Hello, hi everyone. I'm Sonali Desai, founder of Feed Smart, and this is part of our series of raising awareness on childhood obesity in India. So today we have Mona Narula with us, who is a leading child nutritionist, and she specializes in understanding how food is directly linked to your child's brain development. Mona, thank you so much for coming on board. I appreciate you taking some
Yeah,
time
hi
this
Sonali.
afternoon.
Thank you for having me here, and thank you for bringing this very important topic to everybody's notice because this is a problem. This is a leading problem. It is, um, you know, yeah.
Yeah, of course. I've also felt that, and we've been talking to a few people, pediatricians and nutritionists, to just understand how we can unravel it. So, in your practice and in your day-to-day talking to parents, what have you seen about obesity, and where do you think it's heading?
Sonali, it's a major issue these days. It's like a true silent pandemic which is hitting us. And I can't tell you the number of cases that we receive every day. And it is all because of the westernized diets that we are, adapting, the
Okay.
amount of exposure to fast food, the amount of screen time that we give to our children, everything, because of the screen time, their play time has reduced. All
Right.
these factors have one on one piled up, and the obesity in globally is increased like many folds. It
Yeah.
has if you see the numbers from 1975, it has
Mm.
grown 600 to 700%,
Wow.
which
Okay.
is a shocking number to
Yeah.
have. Yeah.
And the thing is that I also feel that parents know this, right? Because
Yeah.
they know this. Like, I mean,
Everybody knows everything. Yeah.
everybody knows what is happening. They know the trifecta effect of screen time, reduced playtime, and processed food, right? And what it's
Yes.
doing to their child. They're literally seeing their child become obese, right? And having issues in just pure movement and simple daily tasks. So, but why are they not doing something about it? This is the golden question.
Yeah. So everybody knows everything, but our lifestyle, the environmental pressure, the peer pressure, what we have, if we are going for a movie, then we have to give them a popcorn and a Coke. If we
Right,
are going for a birthday party, we have to, let them have that cake or a donut.
right,
So all these, I think that this pressure of the society is so high that even if parents want it, they are not able to control it. Like in our times, when I think about it, when we were young, we hardly had, like, once in a 3 month a birthday party. But now kids are exposed to so much every week
right.
that parents, even if they want to, they are not able to. And if they become strict, then there are other parents who would say, "Arey, let them, have it. It's okay
Hmm.
once in a while." But that once in a while, actually, if you see the numbers, every child is exposed to fast food at least 3 times a week, which is too much.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
interesting. And how? So, I assume that you are dealing with parents who have obese kids who might be coming to you with this problem and saying that, how do we solve for this now? And what is the average age of the child, and what are the solutions that you're equipping people who are coming not as preventive but more as reactive? Ki ab kya kare?
Yeah, so parents who come, so I have parents who have been coming, like, just for a change in the nutrition plan, and there
Right.
are parents who come up with problems. So parents
Okay.
who start early are the parents who are safer, because then they build in their kids that, okay, this is not right for you. This
Mm.
is occasional, should be an occasional treat, and I don't know if you can call it a treat, but just
Mm.
occasional food. Um,
Right.
those parents are able to bring that change in them. But once the years have passed, like once you have just let them be for the initial 4 5 years, then it becomes very difficult for the parents also to control the kids
Right. So what I'm hearing is that if they don't inbuild a certain value system or a nutritional foundation,
from the
right,
beginning. Yeah.
from the beginning, right, then obviously once the child grows into being their own person, it becomes very hard, right?
Yeah, very,
Um,
very hard. And I see there is a increase in, India is one of the countries which has the maximum number of diabetic children. and this there are 60 plus diseases that are linked to obesity, overall, more
Yeah.
than 60 diseases. So that is so much that we can't, I mean, and parents come and tell me that we have grown up eating this, so what's
Mm,
wrong in that? But then
mm,
let's look at our health. I think
mm,
we are all, including me, because that time the awareness was not enough. Our parents have exposed us to a lot of things which were, I don't want to name the brands, but
right.
then there are a lot of things that we have
Yeah.
been eating every day on a regular basis, and we are suffering with diabetes, hypertension, acidity
Yeah.
problems, gut health issues, lot of issues like cancer, heart diseases. So the initial phase, if we take care, then you are able to run it better in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
later years.
No, I totally agree because I get this from my mother all the time. Is
Yeah,
as a founder of a nutrition brand, she's like, "Why you sow this? Why don't we khane do? This is only
कुछ नहीं होता है.
put sugar in milk." I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
God, I'm just going to." So they keep saying all this, and she's like, "I gave it to you." I said, "Yeah, this is why I have to go to the gym every day, and I'm not able to lose fat." And every person right now, they don't realize the impact of what they were fed,
Yes.
and how it is directly related to who they are now and what they're suffering if they are, right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about a bit about solutions, right? I think we all know the problem. We know where India is heading.
You
I like
won't
to,
believe, Sonali,
uh,
this decade, this
yeah,
2022 to 2030 is going to, it is predicted that it is going to, shoot up in obesity like never before if we
yeah,
don't
yeah.
take care now.
I think 18 million is what we are at. 27 million is what UNICEF said we're going to be, which
Yes.
would make us
And
1 in 10 globally.
yeah, and 13 billion rupees will be spent on obesity related diseases.
Wow, by the medical industry to cure them.
Yeah. So it is crazy.
Yeah.
It is, we have to act upon it now.
Okay, so let's try and understand for parents who do want to make a change, right? I think
Yeah.
one key solution that you have given is, I think, maybe get more specific, right? From the research that I've done and speaking to other leading people in this industry, um, up to age two, they say that like sugar is completely no, right?
Sugar, and yeah, as
And
much as
so,
sugar if you can avoid up to
right.
age 2, it'll
Hmm.
be the best for your child.
What else can
And
you tell parents that they can equip themselves with things that they can do on an immediate basis who are watching?
yeah, so like protein in every meal is a must. That
Right,
is the first, consult when anybody comes to me for
mhm,
consultation. That is the first step that I tell them, that protein
right,
is a must in every meal that you give them. Include as many whole foods as you can, like vegetables, fruits, whole grains, lean meat, or nuts and seeds. Whatever like comes under whole foods is what you should be giving them most of the
right,
time.
right,
If you start a meal with a fiber like a vegetable, then your insulin, the sugar blood glucose does not spike very high. It regulates your blood sugar in a way that you are not feeling hungry again and again and asking for more junk or more sugary foods.
right.
So that this has to be a habit on every household, that you start your meal with a salad or a vegetable soup,
Hmm.
or things like that, which
Yeah.
controls your sugar spike.
So, a lot of parents also feel that my child doesn't eat vegetables, right?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
biggest thing. I want to give them vegetables, but they don't eat it, right?
Yeah.
And so, how do you? I mean, what have you done to solve for that with your patients? And the second question would be, for vegetarians, since we are a vegetarian nation, even though we know it, it'd be great to spell out the best forms of protein that you would like to recommend as well.
So the first question that you've asked is like, my child does not eat vegetables,
Yeah,
is like a normal regular feedback that I get from
yeah,
mothers.
yeah.
The first and foremost thing is that you keep giving them, don't
Right.
stop. The
Okay.
problem with us is that we try once, twice, thrice, and then we say, no, no, ये तो खाता ही नहीं है, ये तो खाती ही नहीं है, let me not force. Give
Right.
them an option. The moment you give them an option, kids at any age are so smart that they know it, that okay, I am getting this if I don't want to eat this. So
Mm.
you have to repeatedly keep giving them in different forms. So if they don't eat like a palak ka sabzi, put it in
Mm.
their rice, put it in their roti.
Right.
Try to have a lot of you have to become creative, whether
Right.
you are not, or whether you are in the kitchen, you have to become creative. Take them for vegetable shopping, grocery shopping,
Mm.
involve them in the kitchen. The moment they start touching the food, feeling it, even if they play with it, it's okay. The earlier you start, it is better. So if you puree it and give it to them in the
Mm.
roti, still give them a carrot stick to feel
Right.
it, to put it in the mouth, to
Right.
to throw, or whatever they do at 6 8 months with that stick. Just give it
Right.
instead of just giving them in the puree form. The more touch and feel happens, the better it is.
Got it. Okay.
It's like, you're building any structure. If you build, if the foundation is strong,
Yeah.
when the structure grows, when time passes, it will still be able to hold that in any weather. Like if you're building a
Of
city,
course. Yeah.
there are roads to be built, there are buildings to be built. If you use the best material, like
Yeah.
if you similarly, when you're feeding a child, if you give them the best food, when they grow up, it becomes easier for them to manage any external viruses or anything that is coming in their body.
Mhm.
Otherwise it becomes very weak.
Yeah. I agree. And what are the protein sources that you recommend
So
to your
it's a
for
myth that
vegetarian?
vegetarians don't have protein. I mean, the food combinations that we have, like if you combine dal and rice, you get a complete protein. Quinoa is a great source of protein. Pistachio is like another source of
Yeah.
vegetarian protein. Like a fistful of pista will give you 5 to 6 grams of protein. Why not?
Right.
And so there are lots and lots of sources in vegetarian itself, like lentils, soy products, chole, rajma,
Yeah.
black-eyed beans, nuts and seeds, everything. So if you give them a complete package in the entire day, they will meet their protein requirement
Intake.
for the
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
Great. If there's any, ending thoughts that you have for the people who are listening, that would be great. But I think this has been very interesting. Maybe even throw some light on, we didn't get a chance to talk about the brain and how it's directly linked, how food is directly linked to brain development. But I mean, since that's your speciality, that could be something you could close a note on. Love to hear something on that.
I would just say that start them young,
Mm.
and you will see a difference in your child. And when you start them young, it is you're building a great foundation for them, for their overall health, also their brain health, their gut health. They will thrive when they grow.
Got it.
So the key is to start them young.
Awesome. Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's, it's
Thank
fine.
you,
Thank
Sonali.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.